everybody. This is Miss Craig. My science experiment today that I'm going to be completing with you guys is called Garden in a Glove. Now, you might say, Miss Craig, why would you pick Garden in a Glove? Well, in second grade, we talk a lot about seeds and we talk a lot about growing and the life cycle of a plant. And Miss Craig's hobby when I'm not at school and in the summertime, my favorite thing to do is to plant flowers and grow flowers in my flower bed. And I love to plant my garden every summer. So those are the reasons that I chose to do the garden in a glove. Now, the first question I would pose to you is when you think about gardening and you think about plants, what do you think seeds need in order to grow? What would a seed need? I bet many of you are thinking, oh, Miss Craig, it needs water. Absolutely. It's got to have water to grow. What else does it need? Sunlight. We know water, sunlight. What else? Air, maybe. What else? Dirt and soil, right? Those are the things that we always think of when we think of the fact that we want a plant or a seed to sprout and grow. Well, I have something to teach you today. We're focusing today on how to get a seed to germinate. Now, germinate means that little baby seed inside of here, that little baby plant, is going to wake up and it's going to crack right out of that seed coat, and we're going to see a little green shoot start shooting out of that plant. Now, guess what? We're not going to use dirt. Can you believe that? You do not need dirt in order to get a seed to germinate. Because guess what? Inside of each of these seeds, and Miss Craig has several different types of seeds that she's going to use today, but inside of each of these seeds, there's a place where each of these little seeds store food. And that stored food will allow this seed to sprout or to germinate without soil. I bet you don't believe me, but we're going to find out. And this is how we're going to do it. So the materials that you're going to need in order to do this activity, first thing you're going to need is you are going to need water. Got that here. You're going to need a tub to pour your water in. You're going to need a rubber glove, just like so. You're going to need a Sharpie or a black marker. You're going to need either a pencil or a popsicle stick. Both of those would work just as well. I would suggest 5 different types of seeds. Miss Craig has green peas. I have tomato seeds. I have garden beans. I have corn, and I have cantaloupe. So I have lots of good seeds that I'm going to use today. Now, Miss Craig said, forgot one of the most important things. You need cotton balls. Now, you're thinking, Miss Craig, you're crazy. You've lost your mind. You've got to have soil. You don't. What I just told you is true. There's food inside of this little seed. And that food inside of the seed will allow it to grow without soil. Now, here's what you have to do. First thing first, you're going to take your glove and you're going to put the type of seed you're going to put inside of each finger. So, Miss Craig's seeds were, I had cantaloupe, I had tomato. This is not the easiest thing to do, so your parents might need to write your names of the seeds on there. I had corn. I have garden peas. Put peas on there. And I have beans. So I'm assuming those are green beans on there, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put green beans. So Miss Craig has taken her glove and I've labeled it with each type of seed. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water. I'm going to take the water that I brought with me. I'm going to pour it into my tub. Now, I'm then going to take a cotton ball, like so, dip it in my water, get really wet, and I'm going to smush it and get all that excess water out. You don't want it to be dripping wet. You want it to be damp but not soaked. Now, this is my green bean seed. I'm going to take this seed, I'm going to wrap it in my cotton ball. I'm going to squish it around there, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in one of my fingers. So I'm going to push it all the way down. So it's all the way on the end. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with my next seed. So I did a green bean. That was the green bean, good. All right, let me do a cantaloupe. Do the same thing. I'm going to take my cotton ball, put it in water. I'm going to put my cantaloupe seed right in the middle. Make sure it's not got too much water. I'm going to get that excess water out. And this can be kind of tricky, so this is where you're going to need your parents' help. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to push it. And this is where you might need that stick, like a popsicle stick or a pencil. And I'm going to push it all the way down to the end of my finger of my glove. There we go. So I got another one. Now I'm going to continue to do this as I do all of my seeds. So what we're looking at is all of our seeds are going to have two things. They're going to have water and they're going to have air. Now, I already told you, this was the corn. I already told you that the seed has food inside of it, and that's why it doesn't need the dirt. So there's my corn. I made sure I put it in the one that says corn there. Got it all the way down. So I've got my green bean, my cantaloupe, and my corn. Now I'm going to do my green peas. I'm going to wrap it up in my cotton ball. Drop it down right there. And like I said, some are easier to get down than others. You'll just have to play with it. Like I said, you might have to get your stick and you might have to push it on down there. And the last one I have is going to be my little bitty seed. All seeds come in all shapes and sizes. That's another thing you can look at with your parents while you're doing that. Look at this. This is cool. That little bitty tomato seed fits right on the tip of my finger. I'm going to put a couple of those in there because they're so small. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to wrap it up. Make sure I got that excess water out of there. And I'm going to dip it down. Now, I have in my glove, I have a cantaloupe, I have a tomato, 8 peaks of corn, peas, and I have green beans. Now, what you're going to do, you've got the seed in there, you've got the water in there. Now, we want to add a little bit of air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glove and I'm going to blow it up. Boy, that's the fun part, isn't it? And you can take a pipe cleaner, you can take a rubber band. Miss Craig's just going to take, and she's going to twist it. Maybe. Try that again. There we go. I'll pull it all the way through. All right, there we go. See my glove? Now it's ready. So what am I going to do now? Now I'm going to take this and I am going to hang it in the window. So I'm going to hang it in a bright sunny spot. I might hang it, this is a really good place in my classroom to hang it in my window. And I'm going to wait about 5 to 7 days, and guess what's going to happen to those seeds? Those seeds are going to sprout. Now you're saying, Miss Craig, well, what happens when that seed sprouts? What do? Well, if you keep it in a warm place and those seeds begin to germinate, once they've sprouted, little leaves are going to begin to appear. And once those leaves begin to appear, you're going to cut your fingers off. You'll be able to see them inside of here, especially if you get a clear glove. You're going to take and cut the finger off. You're going to take out the cotton ball with the plant inside it, and you can plant it in a cup just like it is with the cotton ball. And you will be able to grow your very own plant. So you're starting a garden in a glove. You're germinating the seed in the glove. Once those leaves begin to come out and they begin to poke out of the cotton ball there, you can plant them in a cup in some dirt, and you will have your very own plant. Isn't that cool? So that's a neat way to start your very own garden. And I challenge all of you to do that. It can be a lot of fun, guys. All right, another thing I wanted to let you guys know after we're finished with that experiment real quick, something really cool that's upcoming here in Stokes County. The South Stokes FFA every single year puts on an event called Farm Animal Days. And Farm Animal Days is an event where the FFA shares different types of animals. You can see the animals. A lot of the time you can pet the animals. They normally only do this for second grade. Well, this year, due to COVID and all the restrictions, they're unable to do that. So this year, South Stokes is going to have Farm Animal Days at Armstrong Artisan Farm here in Walnut Cove off of Brook Cove Road. It's going to be on May 1st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, it does cost something, but I want to remind you that the money that you spend will go towards South Stokes Future Farmers of America, so they'll be able to continue all the programs that they do with our schools here in Stokes County. The cost for one person is $5. And then if you have a family, a large family, it's $20 per family. So it's a really great event. I encourage you to go. I'm really excited about going myself. So I encourage you to do that this spring. And I'm going to remind you one more time, May 1st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the garden in a glove, and I hope you try it, and I hope you grow some cool plants. You could do flowers too. You could do flowers. You could do vegetables, anything you want to do. Have a great day.